to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through. But don't break you, homie make you. Make moves, Doobie don't snooze. Back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through. But don't break you, homie make you. Yeah, I'm strong guard, yeah, strong arm. Rhymes walk on moons, no Armstrong.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Parlay With Us. It's Stony Crook. Alongside me is Mr. Beans. What's good, Mr. Beans?
What up, people? What up? It's Mr. Beans here. Parlay With Us. What's going on?
Yes. We here tonight. Game 2, NBA
Game 2.
Finals.
It's
Miami
going on
versus
as we
Denver.
speak. It's going on as we speak. We're going
Yes.
live as the game's going on as we
Yes,
speak.
sir. Yes, sir. It's going on as we speaking, and yeah, Miami's they trying to start strong, man.
Miami up
they playing
7-2
desperate
right now. 7-2 the beginning of the first quarter. So it's looking pretty good for Miami. Well, it's only it's 10-2 now, so Miami's trying to start off strong, but we'll see. I'll keep my eye on that. So what's going on, my man, Mr. Stoney? What's on the agenda for today?
Hey, man, we got a nice little lineup today, man. You know, we're gonna talk about this Game 2 NBA Finals as it's going on. We're gonna touch up on Shannon Sharpe leaving undisputed.
Yeah,
wow,
that's a big thing. My fault. I had to turn my lighting up a little bit. Yeah, that's major, man. What's going on with this, man?
I don't know, man. I think ever since they had that little riff, I'll say it was like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
There was an episode where they was getting into it, and Skip Bayless just came out of left talking about Brady's better than him, and it sounded like things were getting personal against him, and Shannon Sharpe was getting a little, in his feelings as well. And ever since that episode, it's been rocky between the both of them. And and this news came out a couple of days ago that FS1 bought him out.
Yeah,
So,
I was hearing that. I saw the news on that. That was surprising to me. That came out this week that FS1 brought out Shannon Sharpe, and it looked like he might have probably forced it out.
Maybe. I think maybe this was building. Who knows what's going on behind the scenes. I'm telling you, from that episode, I think Shannon Sharpe probably saw Skip Bayless's true colors.
Right.
I think he felt kind of like betrayed, for him to insult him like that on because it sounded like they had an argument that they should have had behind
closed doors. Yeah, I mean,
closed doors.
But at the same time, the way Skip Bayless came at him, that was kind of harsh. He kind of like tried to demean the guy's character. I'm not even character, skill as an athlete and his accomplishments, and I think that's what Shannon took to heart. I mean, Skip Bayless didn't play football or basketball for a career, so for him to kind of try to dog Shannon Sharpe is kind of like, I think he went too far, and that's where the bad blood probably started from there. And then I was reading a couple things and watching a few things over the past of a couple days, and they were saying that this has been spewing for a while. Like they've been having these little disagreements on camera a lot.
Yeah, I mean, they, like a lot of these debate shows, it gets heated. I mean, you see it on First Take. I mean, Stephen A. with this guy, forgot his name, man. That the guard that used to play for Duke. I can't believe I forgot his name, man. But
Jay Wills.
Not Jay Will, but the other kid that played for Duke. He played for Philly for a little while too.
Jason Williams?
Not it's the other one. My God, man. I'm gonna get back to him, but
okay.
Him and Stephen A. They've had heated debates where it got personal, but they somehow, you know, fixed it up as the
Right.
show went on.
Right.
Um, but this one, it looked like it was really personal, and the way Shannon Sharpe responded, to Skip Bayless's insult, like you could tell it was personal, it was to the heart,
Right.
and
Right. Right.
I don't think they would be able to recover from that debate, that show that day, because it's been a while since that happened. It's been a while, so you would have thought maybe things smoothed out, and it looked like it did, but obviously it didn't, because he's ready to leave, and I don't think that um him leaving was something he wanted to do, because he was on they on the stage, they're on a good show. That's a great show.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like he's somewhere where he needs to grow and do something else. I think where he's at is a good job. It's not like he has to leave there to do something better. I'm sure he had a good offer, good contract and everything, but I think things just got personal,
Yeah.
and I don't think they was able to repair
Well,
uh
you know
that
what?
that disagreement.
Well, I would say within the world of
JJ Redick.
JJ Redick, and
JJ Redick. That's
yep.
that's who I was thinking about.
Okay.
But go ahead.
And in the world of sports and stuff like that, I mean, it's kind of tough to say that what Skip Bayless, what no, in this world, as you were saying with Shannon, I think in this content, the way how things is going with media and sports and podcasts. Look, we're doing a podcast. Shannon Sharpe is a very well known athlete. 3-time champion, probably one of the best tight ends, as they say, in NFL history, one of the best. He's not going to have a problem getting a job elsewhere. So that's why I don't think this is a main issue. I wouldn't doubt that did Shannon Sharpe ever work for ESPN?
No,
So where do you think
no.
he's going to go? Where do you think he's going to end up?
I mean, think about it.
He's going to end up in ESPN with
He
his
has to,
own
because that's
that
the 1-2. That's the
he
1-2 punch. It's either,
right,
think about it. People that left
but
ESPN went to Fox. People that left Fox went
right.
to ESPN. Like
But he's not
that's the
going to see
1-2.
what ESPN's going to do for Shannon to really kind of like maybe stick it to Skip Bayless is going to give Shannon his own show, and Shannon's going to pick his own co-host. I guarantee you. I think that. I mean, I wouldn't say I guarantee. I don't know the insides and outs out, but I would think that's what's going to happen.
Um, um, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold
Put
on.
put yourself on mute.
Yeah, hold on.
So yeah, as my boy Stony takes a little 5-second break here to deal with some outside stuff. Yeah, so as we was talking about the Shannon Sharp thing, I think Shannon Sharp has the right to try to like develop his own.
I'm back.
I got you. I was just holding you down here. I think Shannon Sharp has his, as I was just telling, the live audience who's going to be watching this. I think Shannon Sharp, you know, deserved to have his own platform as far as in the sports media, instead of like, I wouldn't say in a way riding the coattails of Skip Bayless, but in the way he is, um, you know, that's how I feel about it. So I think he deserves his own little thing going on. And look, Stephen A got his own thing going on, right? So, you know, I think that's what should happen for Shannon Sharp. I guarantee I wouldn't doubt, not guarantee, but I wouldn't doubt that he don't end up in with ESPN, I mean, in some kind of fashion.
So, I think he's gonna. Excuse me, everybody. Earlier, I just had a little situation. Excuse me, but no, I think Shannon Sharp. Yeah, he can have his own show, but I think he's gonna need, like, he might need to be part of a show. Like Stephen A. Stephen A. got his show. I mean, he's the main guy, but
Hmm.
he has guests. He's always has guests on that show. you know.
Right.
So he's gonna have to be on that type of platform where he's gonna be a guest that comes on, or if he
Game
does have his
quick.
own show, he'll have people come on his show. But I know he's gonna. I feel like if he does go to ESPN, I mean Stephen A's vouching for him. But I don't know if he might. I don't know if he would want to go there because I think Stephen A is he's just too much of an entity, And I think Shannon Sharpe kind of want his own space. I'm sure if he does go there, he'll probably be a guest there. But I
Right.
don't know if he would be like a regular on First Take. But it's gonna
Right.
be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see, what he does. And it looked like we lost Mr. Beans.
No, I'm here, man. You're
But
going on. You got the floor, so I'm giving
oh,
you the
okay.
floor.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that Shannon Sharp, he's at a stage in his career where, he demands that main character on the show. Um would he want that? I mean, that remain to be seen. But I think if he goes anywhere, he's gonna probably be a guest.
Okay.
Um I don't think he'll just go into his own situation, but the fact that he took that buyout, you would think he has some type of backup or some type of job waiting for him. So
Okay.
we'll see.
All right. So, we got Fearless Demo on the chat. Let me take a little read and see what Fearless Demo. Fearless Demo is one of
Yes,
our
shout out to Fearless
avid
Demo coming
Fearless
through.
Demo coming through again. Fearless Demo always come through and throw a little knowledge with us on the chat. Let me see what Fearless got to say.
No, it wasn't. It's a coincidence,
Let me see.
That's a coincidence. But remember, he played for Denver as well. So even though he's known as a Bronco, but um these two topics is the talk of the town right now. Shannon leaving, Nuggets in the finals. So that if hopefully I answered your question. Faceless Demo. Yes, sir.
So yeah,
Coming through. Coming
so
through.
so they think it's a coincidence that Shannon is quit and then Denver's in the play in the championship finals. That's a good one though. I like
Right.
that Faceless Demo, but hey, it could be a coincidence. I wouldn't doubt it. You might be onto something here. Thanks for the comment. We appreciate it.
Yes, yes.
So I was going about to give you guys a stat tick update real quick. As I'm peeking with the left with the right eye over here to try to see the score. The score is 21-12. Miami still giving a little bit of rough, but if for some reason it looks like Denver's running. Denver's going to
Well,
run this. Denver's going to run in this game. I don't doubt. I don't think Denver's going to give up.
well, Miami's doing what they're supposed to do right now. They're on the road, so they had to start hot. They had to get off to a good start, take the crowd out of it,
Right.
settle things down, slow the tempo, control the game, play defense, and take it from there and just hope that Denver doesn't get hot and um, you know, go on a run, which they may, but Miami's doing what they're supposed to do. It's game two. They know they need this game. It's a huge game. I
Right.
wouldn't say it's critical because Denver, if they win, they'll do what they're supposed to do, win their home games. Where Miami could go to Miami, win their two games, but they rather split, go home 1-1, and try to steal a game and then put the pressure on Denver. So they doing what they're supposed to do. So we'll see if they could hold that up.
Okay. Yeah. Once again, I already told you. Remember, it was my feelings. That Miami was gonna make it a game in two. Remember, I said that to you. I was like, Miami got to try to get. Well, I was saying they was gonna get one at home. I didn't think they would get one in Denver, but this is very early. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not saying anything about Miami winning the game tonight. Don't underestimate me with that one.
Uh, well, listen.
I
the
didn't.
sweet prediction is still live, you know. So till when this
Okay.
game's over, we'll see. Did I make that bet? I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I didn't. I was late to the window with the bet, but I still like it. In terms of, if you want to make that bet tomorrow, you know, um, you can still make that bet if Denver wins tonight. So, it's there's still something that you can do, but the odds won't be the same. The odds will be a little lower because they already won two. So it won't be as good as it would have been if you made it before the series when none of the odd makers knew what to expect. So, but still, I think it'll still be plus money, still a bet you can make. But there's other
Right.
angles we can attack, during this NBA series.
Right. Right. Let me see. Faceless Demo had another comment. Let me see what Faceless Demo is saying. Let me take off the specs to look at this. It says NBA, Europeans and Africans running the NBA. They have the fundamentals. Is USA ball lacking? No,
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 I disagree.
no. Faceless Demo. I understand with the European. I wouldn't even say European with the international. That's what should be said with the international influence in the game now. It has nothing to do with international players taking over the league. It has to do with the international players love for basketball, and they know if you want to, just to answer your question about you know yes, they have you know why they have the fundamentals. I'm gonna answer your two-part question. The reason why they have the fundamentals, they've been watching ball in their, let's say, part of the world since they were kids. Like, same thing here. I've been watching ball since I was a kid, right? But I have a better access to run out to the ball court or playground and shoot around and play if I want to, or don't play if I want to. These kids in these some of these you know foreign countries, they get a love for basketball. They don't even have the necessary infrastructure to play the ball, but they will set it up. These kids will set up, make makeshift rims and backboards and all that stuff, and they learn how to play. So I think it's about them loving the game, learning how to play, being the top in their respective countries as top players, and then making it to the largest stage in the world, which is the NBA. So, I don't think it's a fact of them taking over. They got young kids from all over the USA who's balling, who can ball out, and who's making their strides out there in the sport. I think the sport's just growing in that sense because it was American thing at first, right? I mean, back in the days, you might find a few players that were foreign born. There was always a foreign player, but I wouldn't say always, but there was always foreign players in the league, maybe up until maybe after the 70s or something like that, maybe, right? So there was always foreign players, but the game became the game became bigger and a grander stage on the foreign level. Same thing with football. So, football hasn't struck Europe like that. Yeah, we play balls in some of these different foreign England, Germany and stuff like that, but that's not their game. Their game is football, right? So, yeah, so the NBA, to sum it up, Faceless Demo, to give you a question, I think it's all about the love for the game. And I do think the U.S. ball is here to stay. They're not lacking in skill in U.S. ball. We got some dominant U.S. players coming out. So I don't think so. Yeah, the kid that's out there now, the French kid, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. That he's supposed to be like the coming of something. I don't know, the next coming of something. But you know, um, but once again, he was in France loving ball, and now he made it to America and he could get on the grand stage. That's all it is.
Yeah, and to add to your point, another factor with these European players, they've been playing us a lot in the Olympics. So they've been getting that experience playing against the US.
Yep.
And that was a big reason for their development. They played against us a lot in the Olympic Games and
Yep.
all these international tournaments, and they caught up with us, and I
Oh,
think a lot of those Olympic games they gained a lot of experience, and playing with against us helped them a lot. So that as well helped these European players develop the fundamentals and the skill set
oh
and
yeah. Oh yeah. Learning how
all the
to play with the
basics.
American players is, of course. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. So but yeah, we got, like you said, Beans. We got a lot of good players, man. We got a lot of, and then think about it. I mean, LeBron and Anthony Davis, to
I,
name a few, and
I
Tatum. I mean,
I think yeah, I think
but
he's more. I think he's more concentrating
African.
saying the future of the league is getting more European because you got guys like Jokic and what's my guy name out of
Giannis,
Giannis and
Giannis, and
there's a lot of foreign. I hear it. I hear Faceless Demo's point on that, but I don't think they necessarily taking over the league.
no, they're not taking over. I think they caught up. They caught
Yeah,
up.
right,
They're not the unknown anymore. I mean, you go back
right,
to Ginobili with the Spurs,
right.
Nowitzki, Dirk
Right.
Nowitzki.
Dirk Nowinski. Who was the
The-
other one?
Let's go even further back. I mean, God rest his
Pager
soul, Pager,
Stojakovic. Yep. He was,
Peter
yep.
Stojakovic.
Yep.
I was gonna say Drazen Petrovic.
Yep. Yep.
I think he was one of the first ones to really, hit the stage. I mean, God rest his soul. His career was cut short. With that accident, the car
Mm-hmm.
accident. But
Right.
he was one of the first ones that was really putting the Europeans on the map, and he used to play for the Nets, and he was good. He was
Right.
really good. So
Right.
yeah, I mean they're not the unknown no more. We pretty much expect something from them. And one thing the Spurs is to me is they embrace the European players, because a lot of their players was European, as far as Ginobili, Tony Parker. Um, I think Turkoglu was Hito. Remember Hito Turkoglu?
Yeah. Hedo
He was good
Turkoglu.
for a little
He
bit,
was good out of Turkey.
right?
Okay, let me see Faceless Demo. Maybe you want to answer this one. Tell me what you think about this rebuttal from Faceless Demo. I like Faceless Demo. I can't give you enough props, man. You keep
A
it
lot of props,
interesting. You keep
a
it
lot of props.
interesting. You ask some good questions. Come on, guys, get in the comments. Who's over there watching us live? Get in the comments. Ask some questions. It's Mr. Beans, it's Stony Cook. Parlay with us. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification, thumbs up, all that. Do that for us. We're trying to get there, guys. But yeah, read this comment that I'll give you this one for Faceless Demo to give answer this question for him, or the rebuttal on what he just asked us about the European international players or African players.
Oh, you want me to
No,
read it?
he yeah, he asked the question again, so
Oh
he
yes,
dropped the
yes,
rebuttal.
yes, yes, yes. USA ball is for Delph. Posterizing limelight. The world is humble, like y'all said. International ball is out for throat. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they hungry. I mean, they trying to show everybody they can play, and what better stage than the NBA, to show those skills, to show what you're
Exactly,
about. So yeah, I
exactly,
mean, but we
exactly.
love it, man. We're embracing them. They
And it
bring
and,
a
and
new
it brings
element
the
to the game.
competition. There you go, competition,
Yeah.
bro. That's what it is. Competition and skill. We want to see competition and skill in all sports. Who wants to have the regular same old same with sports, one or two dominant players always coming out of college or high school, and then it's a one or two, three player domination for 10 years, the mix up with the Euro African player, however you want to call it. I say international. the mix with the international ball, ball players, you know, coming into the league or even coming into college and high school ball. Some of these new international players, this is not just how it was back in the day, they being drafted out of wherever they were from, Serbia,
Right.
Turkey. These kids are coming in and going to prep school out here,
Yeah. Yeah.
learning English, learning the American way, and all this other stuff, yada yada, and playing ball all day, every day, like how LeBron did it when LeBron was actually televised as a high school kid, and you saw his maturation. That's what they're doing with some of these Euro kids. Like I said, the kid that's coming out of France, his name start with a W. I can't
Yeah. I
pronounce the name,
can't. Yeah. He's gonna be the
but
number one pick. And where's he going? To the Spurs.
he's going to the Spurs.
Oh
Look
yeah,
at
they're
that.
gonna. Oh yeah, they taking him.
Yeah, look at that.
They
And and
taking
and,
him.
and
That
with
that's
Pop, maybe Popovich won't even step away now, or maybe it just be the
no. He's
GM.
not. He's coming back.
See, look at that.
He's coming
He
back.
he's willing to do. He's looking at something. Maybe he's ready. He probably have his third developed or fourth developed player that he's picked. If you want to count, well, maybe fifth. You want to count Tim
Tim
Duncan,
Duncan,
David Robinson,
Robinson,
Manu Ginobili,
Tony
Tony
Parker,
Parker. So
Kawhi,
those and Kawhi Leonard. So
Kawhi.
I called him out. So those are his. That's Pop. So him picking his kid, that means he's about to go to work.
Yes, he's about to go to work, and he has plans for him. And hey, look out for the Spurs next season. I mean, I think Pop's good with putting teams together. I mean, they've been going through a little funk these last couple of years, but
Yeah, that's rebuilding
that's
and
that's
trying to.
rebuilding. That's
Yeah,
that's that's what this league's about, man. You got that run. They had a run.
yeah.
They had a nice run, and
Now they gotta. Now
they
it's
got to
about
reset.
they gotta reset. So what's next on the agenda? Oh, um,
Yes.
I did have a little. No, but we don't need to show that. We already went over Shannon Sharpe and his situation with Undisputed. I did have a little clip of Charles Barkley um, clowning the situation with Skip Bayless. We can done that. It was just a little 30-second clown clip. But so what else is on the agenda for today? Before we go into something that's not sports, because I know you see the title here. What do you think? One second, let's do a little update on the score here.
Yes, it's a 1 point game.
Look,
Um,
look at that. What did I tell you guys?
it,
I I
but it's what I
mean,
told you.
I
You
said
know, what I
no.
mean,
I said it was. I said it was early though.
it's early, but
It's early.
Miami, but see, they Miami's still up one, right? So better them still up one after the Denver run that we expecting than them being down 20. So in other words, they wasn't down 10 or 7 to start the game. That's why it was important for them to get off to a good start,
You're right.
just in case that Denver makes that run.
Yeah.
Okay, they made the run. Okay, they got it close. Now Miami could go on a run, so they don't have to exert too much energy trying to keep up with them. So they was off to a good start. Denver came back. They exerted some energy. Now Miami has to come back and come up with some plays and stop the bleeding.
Right. Right. So let me see. Actually, I'm learning. I'm gonna show this real quick. So that's from Faceless Demo. Faceless Demo. Look at that. I'm learning
Nice,
something new all the time. Look,
nice.
this is Faceless Demo. This is his quote that his question that he asked. He says, "How do you like new age ball? Threes for the day versus 80s and 90s grind and paint." Well, you're asking the right person that question. And as you know, if you've been watching my guy, thanks for that. I'm gonna give you a star. I think I could give you a star for that. Uh, you my guy. So yeah.
Shout
So
out Faceless Demo.
shout out Faces Demo. Good question. So yeah. So I'm an '80s guy. So is my man Stony Crook. We watch ball since the '80s.
Yes.
And we know what the '80s brung. It brought grit and grind from Detroit Pistons bad boys. Grit and grind from the Bulls. Yes, Jordan. If you didn't like him, you're crazy. Um, at one point, I got sick of them. But yes, the Chicago Bulls, grit and grind. Who else grit and grind teams of the
Knicks,
'90s?
New
The
York Knicks.
Knicks.
Charles
You could
Charles Oakley.
we just talked about the Spurs. I think
Mason.
the Spurs was grit and grind teams from back in the days with Tim Dunk. I mean with David Robinson and them, um, Avery Johnson and stuff like that. So yeah, I prefer. I love the three ball. Don't get me wrong. That splash three, that's nothing short of amazing when you see somebody could just splash a three from deep like that, and with consistency. So the splash three, yeah, I get you. That's the game for today, today's game. But as you can see, when you implement a little bit of grit and grind to the paint, you see how games could turn out. The Celtics proved that in Game 6. It wasn't a three ball game. It was a grit and grind and down in the bucket, down in the paint there in the trenches. And what they grind, they muscled Miami out of that game. And then
Yes.
they tried to go back to the finesse thing with the losing effort. So that's when you say grit and grind. I'm with you on that faceless demo. Grit and grind, I think, is what I prefer with a little bit of mixture. So I'm what you would call a hybrid. So I'm a hybrid, style of ball player, for person, if you want to call it that. I like both aspects of the game, the three ball and the grit grind with the
Uh, s-
defense.
Same here. I mean, same here. I'm all for the same thing, man. 80s, 90s, little bit of, good defense, post up, threes when you need it. The triangle. The triangle was interesting, that the Bulls introduced with the coach, I believe, Ted Winters. The Lakers, Phil Jackson took that system and it worked well with Kobe and Shaq. When Chicago, it was Scotty and MJ. So yeah, I mean, you gotta love it. The whole shooting threes all day could, it could be detrimental to a team that
If
might
you
not be
go
making
cold,
threes.
yeah, you could
Might
go
not be
cold.
making threes. So what they do, they act like they don't know what to do after that. I think the
Exactly.
Warriors showed a little bit of that in that series against the Lakers. I think that's what happened with them. They was kind of lost and they didn't know how to really take it inside and drive to the basket. But yeah, I'm to the to stay on the subject. Yes, man, I'm all day 80s and 90s. That was a great era because it was a little bit of everything. You
Right,
saw it all.
right.
And the 80s and 90s, you saw Jordan go back to the weight room because he knew he had to get stronger, he had to get better, and that's what he did, and that's how he was able to handle the physical teams like the Pistons and the Knicks.
So, let me go back to show that what faces demo put up there. You see that? A four
No,
point shot. No.
no, that's
Sorry,
no,
faceless, but
no,
that
no,
one. I
no.
understand what you're
We
saying. You're trying to make it harder now. So you're trying to say,
no, we can't do that.
uh, well, if they make a 4 point shot, they moving the 3 point line back. What is it? A Euro line?
Well, no,
What?
they will add another line.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
would they,
Backwards, right?
I mean, would they keep the 3 point? I mean, but
It'll
nah,
be a three.
they
No, they'll get rid of the three. It'll just be a 4 pointer, but it'll be about another 2 foot behind the line
yeah,
from the original. That's changing the game. No,
yeah.
that's completely changing the outlook of the game. And you might say, well, it's not a big deal. It's only moving the line a foot or two back. A foot or two back is a lot.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. I mean, if you
That means, and Faceless Demo was kind of onto something here, even though I'm not with it. He's kind of onto something with the fact that he's saying that the 4 point shot, you know what that might do? it's gonna make the game tougher. You're right, faceless demo. You're on to something. It's gonna make the game tougher if you put a 4-point shot. Not everybody's gonna be able to make the shot. So that means the game is gonna turn back into mid range to the bucket game. But
Yeah.
I still don't like it.
No, I don't like it. I'm thinking about that league Ice Cube got. They got that. I think they got the 4-point baskets.
He so faceless demo. I'm gonna hit you up there. I'm gonna put you up there again. So yeah, he said a dotted line for the 4-point line. That's maybe I'm wrong. Whoever in the chat here and the can probably um tell me, but I don't watch too much, but I think when I used to watch some of that Olympics games or even some Euro championship games, I think they do got that dotted line. And I think they have like a 2-point line. It's weird. They got like two lines beyond the key.
Right.
They got two lines, if I'm not mistaken. I could be
That's why they
wrong.
so they. That's why they so good in shooting. That Euro style is it's something different, But they're accustomed to shooting
I
from
should
a
look that
distance.
up. Let me see. Um,
What you looking up?
what a Euro ball
What?
cut.
Oh, their distance from three.
Yeah.
Yeah, they shoot it from deep, man. They that's and the big
Uh,
man shoots.
hold on. I put something wrong. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Um, Here we go. Euro basketball court. That's NBA. Yep, here we go. See, I know it's like some two-line shit. Um, it's called FIFA basketball. Hold on.
Wow, that was putting in that work.
They getting back in it.
Oh man, back in it, they up a dozen right now.
Oh yeah, so there is a difference between a Euro and a European and a what you call it basketball court. So yeah, so what else? Don't mind me, man. Keep the conversation
Oh
going.
yes, yes, yes.
I was trying
No,
to.
you know, um,
We got some
you.
stuff going on here. Faceless demos dropping some convo for you, man. You gotta
Oh
keep it up.
yes, yes. Oh, oh man. Excuse me,
Yeah,
faces them. I'm over here back and forth and everything, but yeah,
yeah.
man.
We kind of fell off the ball here, man. We gotta keep. You can't remember.
I
We
mean,
gotta keep
yo, listen, this is us. This is how we do.
I was just
You
really
know.
trying to I was trying to put something together since we was talking Euro
I
ball, and I
mean,
was trying to put together. Let me see if I can share the screen real quick and show you guys what a Euro court look like. And I'm gonna share it. Give me 1 second
faces
here.
demo. I'm about to give you an answer that some Boston fans are probably not gonna like, man. But I ain't gonna lie to you. Who's your favorite player who got no recognition? Um,
Hold on, let me see something here.
Oh, you showing the distance?
Yeah, so look at that, guys. If you could see, if let me see if I could just pull it up, you guys. You could see on this far right here, that is the difference between. Hold on one second. I want to add the screen back. Sorry about that. That is the difference if you see over here between the Euro and the American basketball court. I think the 3-point line is a little bit further out, if I'm not mistaken. Um, one second here. Let me try to fix this. I'm gonna fix this, guys, so I can show it to you guys. So yeah, there we go right there. So yeah, so that's the difference right there between the Euro and the right there where my arrow is in the American basketball court. It looks like the 3-point line is a little bit further out. The foul line is on a different angle. It looks a little different to me.
Right.
As you can see yourself. So yeah, that's the difference between the Euro and the NBA basketball dimensions of the court. And yeah, so I think
And that's what helps these Euro players. That's why
they,
when they come to the
they
league, it's
shoot,
like
yeah, they shoot a
they
little
lethal.
further out.
They
Yeah,
lethal.
yep, they shoot a little further out. And if you can see, hold on one second here. And if you can see on the Euro thing, as you can see, they three free throw line. You see where they dotted lines of the
A little
free
further
throw?
back.
Look how further back they are away from the actual hoop to
Right.
rebound the ball. That is completely different than what we do. So their fundamentals is completely different. I'm about to get rid of that screen, guys. So yeah, their fundamentals is completely different than what you know and what we play. So that's why they might be a little bit more on the game. So Faces Demo said, "Who's your favorite player and who got no that
No
who's your favorite
recognition.
player that got oh, he
That's
said
interesting, right?
Kenyon. He said Kenyon Martin.
Yeah, I mean he has
Yeah, Faceless Kenyon was good, but was Kenyon gonna win you? Was Kenyon, put it this way? I'm gonna ask this question, Faceless Demo. Since you threw Kenyon Martin, because I'm thinking of my underrated player that I would throw out there for you guys that I could say that should have been a top rated player. And maybe he was top rated, but he just didn't hit the clip. But Kenyon Martin, be for real, Faceless Demo. On an NBA team, was Kenyon Martin one, two, or three? Just put the number, Faceless. One, two, or three.
on that New
On
Jersey Nets
Kenyon Martin,
squad.
as far as you saying didn't get no recognition. So when you say recognition, Faceless Demo, I think of recognition is in I think of face recognition is someone who was a top tier player who had championship qualities, but somehow based on his circumstance and the teams that he was on,
Right, there you
it,
go. That's what I
it
was
didn't it didn't it didn't work out. Now I don't think between me and you, Faces Demo, I don't think Kenyon Martin was that. Kenyon Martin was a three at the best. You put two, three. Two, maybe because he had spark, he had energy. We loved his above the rim style of game. But did he have a controllable game? When I mean controllable game, if he wasn't getting above the rim stuff, did he have other facets of his game where he can shoot the ball at mid range, where he had a three ball, where he had even some guard skills. Like, I mean, guard skills where
like defense.
no,
I
like
mean,
assists, like
well, okay.
creating
I
for
mean,
other people, helping to create and facilitate. I don't think Kenyon Martin was that. So to call him a two, that's I go 2.5, three.
a two as in what? Like, would you
I
rate
gave
him?
him I gave no. I gave him, I said on a team, right?
Or would you rank him?
Would I rank him one, two, or three?
Gotcha.
Obviously, he's not the number one, right? So my man Fairless said 2. I said 2.5, 3. He was more of a third option type guy on the Nets. He was only a number 2 option on the Nets really because of his athleticism, his youth at the time. And he was, put it this way, I'll give y'all a great example. And he put Reggie Lewis in there too as underrated. Yes, Reggie Lewis was
Yes, he was
underrated.
underrated, but his
But
his life was cut short.
his
So
life was cut
that's
short. You know who is Kenyon Martin today? Think about it. Who's today's Kenyon Martin? Let me see. Faceless Demo could answer this trivia question. If you could compare 2 players to Kenyon Martin's style of play, athleticism, and energy, who is he? I'll tell you if y'all don't get it in 2 seconds. I'll take a break for
similar to Kenyon Martin.
yeah, style of play, which is athleticism.
Oh, I could think of one.
You know,
Yeah, that's fair.
energy
That's fair. What he said, Adebayo, that's fair.
and above the rim.
How about
Adebayo,
how about Amari Stoudemire?
he was underrated. But no, to answer that question I just asked you guys about who Kenyon Martin is compared to today, John Morant.
I don't think so.
I think so. The
I
same
gotta respect.
athleticism.
I gotta respectfully disagree.
Why you say that? Same
Well,
athleticism. Remember
yeah,
Kenyon Martin in his
Ken Martin
early.
he wasn't flying like that though. He wasn't flying like John Morant.
That's what John Morant's a little. He's a little lighter.
He's flying from the free throw line every possession.
He said,
much.
"No, I hear you."
Kenyon Martin's more like around the rim. You give him, he wants to dribble 2 times, turn around and dunk it on you. He wasn't too much of a high flyer. Like
that's true. That's
Morant.
true. He played around.
Flyer.
Yeah, he played around.
But he reminds me of Stoudemire a little bit. Stoudemire had to get. The only thing that Stoudemire had more than Kenyon was he shot the 3 better. Kenyon Martin didn't shoot the 3.
Perfect person. Perfect. Yes.
But
Amari Stoudemire was underrated.
Was like that same guy, man. Dribbled twice and just want to dunk it on you.
Yeah, he was good. He was good. But yeah, Faceless Demo, you're right. Maybe I was tripping on John Morant, but I was just thinking about
the hops,
the hops, the energy, that type of stuff.
Yeah, and to go back to your question a while ago, Faceless Demo, one of my favorite players who don't get recognition is DeMar DeRozan. I like him, man. I don't think he gets enough credit.
That's another good solid player, man. But
he's good. Him and the guy from OKC. Sean, I might be saying his name wrong, but he's that guy, man. They gave him an initial like SG something. But let me find out because I gotta give you guys facts. But I like him too, man. He's from OKC, and I'm about to tell you guys right now. Yep, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay,
that guy, he's a baller. He's a baller. I would love to have him on our team, man. But the OKC ain't. They're gonna build around him. But just to get to that point, he's one of those underrated players that I like too. That's like one of my favorite players.
Okay. Let me see what Faceless got over here. Let me see. He said C's had Stoudemire on the coaching staff, unofficial.
No, but that's a different Stoudemire.
No, that was no. He said coaching staff though.
Damon Stoudemire. He said C's had Damon Stoudemire on the coaching staff. That's who it was.
Who Stoudemire?
Damon Stoudemire. Remember the guard? There's 2 of them. There's the guard Stoudemire. He used to play for Portland.
That's right.
He was on the coaching staff, but he left. I think he went to Houston with
Udoka.
A lot of guys are going over there.
Oh, Udoka. Oh yeah, because Udoka gonna build something good over there.
He's gonna build something good over
I
there.
didn't
Yeah.
even know that started my. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he was. He left mid-season. He left
Yeah,
during the season, so that they saying that has
Damon
they that
Stoudemire.
kind of like
Yeah.
set the Celtics back a little bit
Oh,
too.
I remember him. He was a
Damon
good ball.
Stoudemire
Yeah,
used to
Damon
play for
Stoud.
Portland.
How could I forget Damon Stoudemire? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Yeah, he was a
Portland.
good, yeah, Portland, good ball player. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think him and Mari Stoudemire no relation, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no relation, but
Yeah, but yeah,
he's a starter mine.
boy, that Denver boy, 50-41, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, look, Miami they down 9, but that's due to them. That's due to their hot start. If they didn't start hot, they would have been down double that. So that's why I was telling you it's huge for them to start
Yeah,
strong because it's going to be that type of game. They just got to stick around. If they want to win this, if they want to pull this off, they're going to have to keep it single digits and hope that they get on a run and
right,
hope Denver gets cold because if Denver wins this game convincingly, it's definitely gonna take a lot out of Miami. But hey, South Beach, Miami goes home. They gotta take care of business, but it'll be a lot of pressure. They
right,
go down 3-0. You can kiss this series goodbye.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to touch on
So we got 10 minutes,
Shannon?
about 10 minutes left on this live, guys, or so. We might go over a little, depends on what we kicking it, how we feel. Ain't no
You know
rush,
what?
no
I can't
fuss.
see the time. Well, on my
You can. It says
like I
live up in the corner. It says 51 minutes and 49 seconds or 47 seconds.
yeah, I don't know why that happened
Uh
last time. Sometimes I see it. Sometimes it's
you,
all good.
you gotta scroll down your screen. Do you have anything else up on your screen there?
Anything else?
Yeah, that's how you gotta check it out. You might have something. You maybe have to scroll down your screen or maximize your screen. It's probably minimized, and that's why you can't see the full screen.
Let me see. Oh,
There
learn
we there we
we
go.
learn
We learn
something new.
something every day. We
Learn
learn
something
something.
every day,
Parlay with
man.
us, man. Like and subscribe, man. We trying to get it, man. So
Yes.
things is getting better. The studio's getting better. I just invested in a new what we call a it's a monitor. So it's an off-screen monitor for my camera. It's I forget the name of it. How can it's stumbling on it right now? And I just bought the damn thing. It's a field monitor for my camera. So instead of me squinting down, when you guys used to see me squinting down at this little screen down there to see if I look good, now I have a nice monitor right here on the side of me, a good 6-inch monitor where I can take a look and keep building it, trying to bring you guys some good quality, learning how to use this camera. I'm sure my boy Stony Cook, we have the same equipment, learning how to use his camera so we could get the best visuals out of this.
Mr. Beans, let me add though, you look great, man. I mean, the lighting is good. I didn't see no type of fading in and out. Like
Yeah,
whatever you
yeah, I'm
did,
still tweaking
it
it,
looks
still
good,
tweaking
man.
it. Yeah, still tweaking it. So, and I appreciate everybody. I appreciate this Faceless Demo. He's probably the only person, like, he's our number one guy on our chat right now.
Look, we
And
appreciate it. Hey, Faceless Demo, we appreciate you, man. I mean, look, we hey, we'll be here talking and we'll be answering all your questions. And man,
right,
shout out to you, man, for
for
being up
hanging in there. Yeah,
and
and hanging out with
checking
us.
us out, man. We appreciate that.
We
Definitely,
appreciate it, man.
definitely.
And we got, well, let me see. We got like I said, we got our last 10 minutes or 15 minutes or so. We got a last segment of the day, and it's a serious topic. I heard the news, something, I usually listen to, the news a little bit, not listen to the news on TV, but I kind of check the news out every now and then, guys. Or read the newspaper online, obviously, not old school like that, where I'm pulling newspapers out from the bodegas or anything. But I do read the newspaper on occasion. And one of the topics that I read over this past few days was the condition of Jamie Foxx. And I've been kind of like, how you want to say it? I've been kind of like not, too up to the times on what's going on with these celebrities out here. I know celebrities, older generational celebrities are passing away. Tina Turner, the football player, what was his name? The dude from Cleveland,
Jim
um,
Brown.
Jim Brown and stuff like that. So, I just wanted to bring this up. I spoke to Stony about it earlier, and I just want to bring up that, it's shocking to know that after I read a little bit information on what's going on with Jamie Foxx, that he really suffered a bad situation, health situation. Jamie Foxx is supposedly from I'm gonna bring you back in here. Supposedly from um I guess reports from publicists and other different news media, they reporting that Jamie Foxx is, it's sad to say that they said he is blind and partially paralyzed. And for a superstar and superstar actor, musician, singer, and stuff like that, who we all watched for so many years growing up. I've watched Jamie Foxx growing up, Living Color, and all the good movies that he did. To know that he's in a state that's that's, I'm sure, not, obviously it's not something that you want to wish on anybody, but to be in that state is a sad thing to know, to see that, not to see because nobody's seen, but to even hear that he's in that, condition. So, my prayers and everything go out. I don't know Jamie Foxx is, it's not like, he's a celebrity and everybody probably say on this thing, like, why you even care? It's not about that I care or don't care about Jamie Foxx. It's the situation where, he's another black brother, a star out there who probably does great things for the community and his people around him. And for him to go through, something like that, you don't want to, that's a sad thing. So that was my topic today, my little, what they say, what's going on in the world, and, our life topics. It's a sad day to know that he's going through that. And, you know, one thing we have to remember that, we have to make sure we take care of ourselves and our health and stuff like that. Try to, and not saying that he wasn't taking care of himself. I'm sure he was in great shape and stuff like that, ate the best foods and things like that. Who knows? He's, he got the money to do a lot of good stuff. So, but you never know what's going on in someone's life or what people's doing out there in the world to, have these situations go down. And you brought up to me, Stony, that there was more to the story than me just hearing about him not doing too well. There was allegations that that it possibly he was taking a vaccine shot. Like, that's
Yes,
scary.
yes. The vaccine shot. Same. First and foremost, yeah. My prayers go out to Jamie Foxx and his family. Hopefully, he recovers from this situation. We're rooting for you, and we hope you get back to 100%. But yeah, they saying that it was a reaction to a COVID shot. From the reports I was reading, he took a vaccine. I don't know if it was the first dose, the second dose, the booster. They didn't specifically say what type of shot it was, but
Or how did they specify if it was something that was like, are they speculating? This is what I want to understand, because this is serious. Like, we just got out of COVID about a year and a half ago now. I call it a year and a half now. We just got out of COVID and everything's like somewhat getting back to normal. Not somewhat, is getting back to normal. And I'm sure you, like everybody else, you know, millions of people have been
millions.
vaccinated out there in the world. and myself included, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. That's not my thing. I believe in science in a way. Yes, some people would say, oh, the medical world didn't treat black people good, and be careful. But I believe in science. If and that's how far I'll go with that. But as far as like this whole vaccine thing, it's a scary thing, and it's kind of like to me, like, people spewing that type of news out there about possible, that's trying to like create a little bit of hysteria out there in the public, myself included. I was like, whoa, when you mentioned that to me today, and I'm sitting there like, whoa. And likewise, I know you had been vaccinated, my man. And
Yes.
so to hear, when you hear people saying that, even though we tried our best to stay healthy as possible, right? But when you hear stories about vaccinations could be the possible cause of someone's, illness, the way Jamie Foxx is suffering right now, that's crazy.
Oh, yes, it is. I mean, and it goes to show you. I mean, it doesn't matter what your status is. I mean, your health is
Is your
something.
wealth? Is
Your
your
health is
wealth?
your wealth, and you know, everything is in God's hands. So whether you're a celebrity, superstar athlete, um, you know, first things first, and that's you got to pray to God that whatever procedure you're gonna go through goes well. And a lot of people are probably looking at this situation like, he's a star. I mean, he should be getting the best care or the best of anything, but it just goes to show you, man, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's one of those situations that you know, I guess in his body didn't react well to the vaccine. If that was the case, that's the
Yeah,
reports. You know,
I kind of feel like the report is kind of like how I wouldn't say, obviously he is, sick, right? There's something going on with Jamie Foxx, right? But as far as the report being made about this, it could be the cause of the vaccine. I think I want to hear a little bit more before they go too far with that, because um was this something, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but how, why would Jamie Foxx now be getting
now,
the vaccine? Like
yeah,
now
but which,
in 2023, why would he in late 2023, probably mid 2023, if you want to call it, why would he be getting the vaccine now?
but
Like,
what we
why
need,
wasn't it done a couple years ago?
right? But what we need to find out is what dose did he get? Did he get the first one? Was it the second one? Was it the third one?
There
We
was
need
a
to.
fourth one. There was a fourth one too.
Yeah, but we don't know which one he took.
This is that's why I said
We
this
need to
topic.
know, was this his first one? Because it's important to know that. You know why? Because if he when you get your dose of the COVID vaccine, all the other ones is going to be the same one. And they tell you that it's not like you're going to get a Pfizer shot and a Moderna. No, you get a Pfizer first dose, you're going to get a Pfizer second dose, you're going to get a Pfizer booster.
You
It's the same.
supposed to. You're supposed
You're
to.
supposed to. So that we need to find out what was which one was it? Was this the first one that he took, or the second, or the third? We need more information. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, it's hard for me to accept that the vaccine caused his health issue right now.
And that's what I'm saying. I can't.
So,
I think that's a little too far fetched.
I mean, it's just
You
tough. I
know,
mean, I've heard
I
of a
mean, not
lot
to
of
say that
side effects, but man, to go
I'm not saying
paralyzed
that.
his
Oh,
mind,
yeah, I
that's
mean,
that's 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 tough.
you hear of stories out there. There's stories out there, medical stories. My wife's in the medical field, so is yours, and you hear stories out there that there were people who didn't do too well with these vaccines.
Right.
People passed too. They said people had very big complications because of this vaccine. Um, and it has
but the
to do and
percentage
and the
was
percentage
so
is very,
low
very
though.
low, very, very low. I know that.
So low
Let me
that they
let me
kept
not you're
they
right.
kept giving the vaccines.
I'm
It's
not trying
like
to
anything,
share no hysteria either. I'm just saying there
like
was a
anything,
few percentage, right? Like anything, there was a few percentage
There's a
that,
small percentage that it
and
doesn't
that
work
probably
well
has
with.
to do with the person's makeup. Body not body makeup, but actually, DNA makeup, internal makeup, who knows, whatever,
Right.
and it just didn't react well. Um, so yeah, with the Jamie Foxx latest, man, it's a sad story. I'll keep up with that to see if I hear
Yes.
any more information on, if this, yes, he is in a state, but if all these allegations of COVID and all that is just allegations, for people just spewing stuff for media, clickbait, and all this other stuff. But with that being said, since we kicking it, I could keep on kicking it. Since we kicking it, you know, another story. Listen, I'm gonna jump into it because this is this is a sports podcast, yes, and we do throw out some life stories out there or life things that's going on or how you want to call it, whatever good name you want to add to it. But this week in the news too, in the past couple days, with the whole Instagram, you hear about this girl. I don't know too much about her. I do remember her face from watching Wildin' Out when I used to watch Wildin' Out.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I know
this
who you
girl
talking about.
named Jackie O or something. Her name is.
Yep. Jackie
So
O,
yeah, so I saw some pictures of her, and I guess it's this kid, DC Young Fly,
rapper
significant other.
out of
Yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah,
I think out
right.
of Atlanta.
Yeah, he's a what is he? A comedian, rapper? I don't know what he
Yeah,
do, but he's in movies. He's in movies. He's supposed to be a
yeah.
funny guy. So yeah,
Hmm.
so I guess she has three kids with this guy, with DC Young Fly. She had three kids, and this woman, God rest her soul, Godspeed to her. She goes, once again, we are stuck in a world of how you want to say it,
Um,
it's a tough word.
alterations,
Not even alter.
alterations. I
It's
mean,
we're in a world of right now we're in a
people want to change
we're in,
fast.
we're in the age of vanity, and people are risking everything for vanity and in the bag, as they say. The new word, the new age thing, these young kids or whatever. The bag, it's vanity in the bag. Vanity
Yes.
means your looks, how you look, how people perceive you when they see you in the street. How you want people to see you in the street, and that's vanity. And then money comes with that, obviously. And so people chasing the money to get the looks, and um they doing all kind of risque stuff to keep up with this, you know, facade. Um and that's what I call it. It's a facade because everything has a season, right? And after a while, 10 years from now, I mean, maybe it'll be more advanced, but 10 years from now, these same women are going to, and I'm not bashing any woman. If, it's not a woman bashing. If they want to, feel confident in a different, if they want to feel confident in themselves by enhancing themselves, I'm not too, as far as body enhancements and, breast and butts and all this other stuff, waist, if that's going to help confidence to keep you um loving yourself, then go for it. I'm not against that at all. I'm whatever makes you happy, right? But at the second notion is you have to be cognizant and aware of the risks that you're taking when you're altering yourself majorly, not small alterations, major alterations. Like I was telling my wife the other day when she was telling me the story about that. I could understand women going, "Oh, let me get a little lipo, take a little bit of the fat out the stomach or whatever, whatever. My, my little my love handles, do the little lipo, suck it out." But when you start changing, doing stuff to your derriere and things like that, I guess breast implants is like nothing now. That's like they could do that in the shot in the dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like the derriere thing, um, from what I've gathered, that is one of the most riskiest plastic surgery operations or operations, period, due to all the nerves and the different vessels that's in the derriere. And for women to go to backyard places, besides trying to go to someone who claims they're professional, and then know, because this is social media, the news out there when it comes to Brazilian butt lifts and things like that. Why are you still risking your life for one, the backyard person? You run into a foreign country dealing with someone that you don't even know X, Y, Z, if he really has a real medical practice
License,
license and
nothing.
all this other stuff. You're dealing with that, but you want to go because the vanity. Oh man, I want to. And then two, the money. Oh man, the price is right. So you hop on the plane, you go overseas. But you still, at the end of the day, I was watching a clip last night with my wife. A girl was saying that she went to a certain um plastic surgeon. It's what do you call one of these franchise places, right? So she goes to one of these franchise places and they they were butchering her procedure. And she was smart enough to know, even though she was determined to get her mommy makeover, her BBL or whatever you want to call it, right? She was determined to get it done, but then when she was in the procedure, she said it was so horrifying and the pain was so intense, and the medicine or whatever, the painkillers and the things they were supposed to give her to help her, because this is evasive surgery, it wasn't doing nothing. So what she did, she screamed until they stopped. She forced them to stop, and she stopped her surgery.
Wow.
Why? Because she felt as though something wasn't gonna go right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So once again, like I said, this is nothing against, God rest this woman's soul, man. And she supposedly, from what I saw on social media, and supposedly went to a well-known doctor down in South Florida there. And I guess the doctor had some sketchy situations where he was he was had some bad reviews. So, and this is supposed to be the same doctor that she probably was having this procedure with. I don't know the dude's name. I don't know nothing about it. That's the disclaimer. We ain't not pointing no fingers over here. This is a story that I saw online on Instagram, and literally not even just Instagram. Um it was on online news. On If you go into your Apple News app or whatever, and you'll see it is down there in one of those titles there. It tells you the story about that, and it goes through it. So
Yeah, but they said they called it a mommy makeover.
yeah, so that's what the mommy makeover is, the BBL, the
Oh yeah,
breast, butt, and whatever the L means, right? But it's the BBL, so it's the breast,
lipo.
the lipo, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
So
there
the
you go.
breast, yeah, the
Oh no no
breast,
no, Brazilian butt lift.
yeah, Brazilian bust lift. It's
But
the
they called
breast.
it they called it a
It's
mommy
a mommy
makeover.
makeover. So it's the
Oh, okay.
breast. It's a breast uplift or breast augmentation. Then there's the lipo. right? Or tummy tuck. That's what it is, tummy tuck, and then the butt lift or the butt implant, whichever one. Or you take the fat from the gut, and they say that's supposed to be the safest way is the fat from the gut going into the butt, not implementing some kind of foreign solution into your body. So, and even if they did do that, that's still whatever is being injected. Like I just said, the operation, just doing the operation on the derriere is the one of the most risky operations. So, um, you know, that's a life story that's kind of weird. She's not the only one. There was people in the past that you heard that went in for surgeries and didn't make it. So, you know, I feel sorry for her and her family. To know that she got 3 kids, and to know that she probably didn't even think twice about it, went in for a procedure, probably had some kind of medical conditions that she probably didn't even know about,
Right.
and probably conditions that the doctor didn't even address, right? So, and then, complications happen on the table, and then that's here we are, so it's a sad day. It's
Yo,
a
it's
sad
sad.
thing.
I mean, she was 32 years old. I mean, it's like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and the thought that she went in to do something that she probably didn't have to do, and it cost her life. And another thing, in all due respect to her, God rest her soul and her family,
Miami's trying to hang you
respect.
guys.
But another thing, real quick, Kanye's mom, Kanye West's mom. I
Same
mean,
thing.
what was she trying to do? At her age and not being aware of the dangers, and
And to
it's
go overseas to do it too at
oh
the
man,
same time.
it's yo, it's sad, man. It's sad because they could have still been here today had they just, I guess, stayed natural, if
Yeah,
you will,
yeah. Say, if you will,
but
like I said, it's not about chastising what they want to do or what
right,
someone wants to
it's
do.
not. It's
It's
just the
not a
dangers and the risk. Were they willing to?
know the dangers, know the risk, and do your research.
Yeah,
Spend your money with the right people. That's the way I look at it. If you're going to do something that is a high risk at that, and you made your mind up to do it, make sure you spend your money with the right person. Make sure that doctor is
exactly.
some kind of, I hate to say it, I'm gonna pull it out. Make sure that doctor is some kind of Harvard, Yale, John Hopkins, NYU medical, you name it, Howard medical, you name it. Make sure they come from, have a solid medical background.
Yes,
Make sure that they've been doing this for more than 10, 15 years. Make sure that they got acclaim awards for top plastic surgeons in their region. You got to do some research on these
but
people.
Mr. Beans, but let me tell you something. I'm sure that they signed off. I'm sure they signed off on the dangers because a lot of times when you go to any
No,
surgery,
you do sign off. You
um,
have to. You listen.
that should scare you a little bit.
He's not gonna do anything if you don't put the John Hancock on it, right? But
That would scare me.
at the same time, I understand you saying that's scary, but at the same time, if you know you're gonna put your John Hancock on it, before you do, let me find out who's X, Y, and Z.
But she got it done. She got it done here.
No, no,
Not
no.
saying not saying that.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
Don't trip. Don't think because she got
yeah.
it here in the States and everything's
Got you. I
Gucci,
got
it
you.
was Gucci Gooch.
Got
No,
you.
dude. They got hacks right here in the States, bro. They got hack doctors and plastic surgeons right here in good old US of A. They here too. Why? Because it's about the mighty dollar. They bring it, keep bringing it. It ain't about the quality, it's bringing it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, that's a
Yeah. It's sad.
sad.
It's sad,
Mm.
man.
But
32
that's real
years. I
life.
mean,
We bring you real life topics. This is something I just thought about to bring up real quick, because since we was talking about Jamie Foxx and his medical conditions, and I don't want to down. We're not going to sour the podcast by talking about sad stuff. It's just real life stuff. That's what I call current events that's
current event.
happening that's happening in around us in this day and time, like in this present
Right.
time. So within the present time, I'm gonna bring you a little bit current events, and sometimes it might be great news, and
Good.
sometimes it might not be so good news. And that was just it. Just dropped on what I heard this week in current events as far as what's going on in the community. She's part of this woman was part of the community as far as like I said, I used to watch Wild 'N Out. I remember her from Wild 'N Out.
Hmm.
Obviously Jamie Foxx. We all know Jamie Foxx. We watched him for years. So you got to bring these things up. If you don't bring these things up, you're not shining light. You're not telling the world what's really going on. There's more to the world than sports. We love sports. It's our part of our everyday life, and we cheer for it every day. We but there's more to life than sports. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Next week, next episode, I might have something different for you guys. It might be a little bit surprising, but I might have something different to talk about. Out there was that's current event.
Yes. Yes. And this is what it is. It's sports and life. We talk sports. We talk life,
Right.
and everything falls under life: entertainment, music,
There you go.
and
That's part of life.
personal uh tragedies, and
Yeah.
all type, just all everything falls under the
Yeah.
umbrella of life,
Yeah.
just everything. And whatever's going on at that time when this podcast comes up, we decide what we need to touch on.
Exactly.
And it just so happens these two topics, we had to touch on it because it was something that
It was on the
needed to be
page.
addressed.
Yeah, need to be addressed. It was on the page this week. I'm sure everybody heard about it. Everybody has social
Sure.
media, so I'm sure everybody was tuned in. We just had to drop it just so we can acknowledge that we know about what's going on out there instead
Hmm.
of saying it's all about the Celtics in basketball and the NBA Finals. So yeah, that's about it on my topic this week, my man Stony. I mean, time is, we got this finals going on. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit. Let me see what's
Oh,
the
it's
stat.
tight.
What's
It's
the
tight
stat
right
ticker?
now.
What's the
It's
stat
tight
ticker
right
going
now.
on? Okay.
Yeah, it's a 2 point game.
Whoa, it's close. Miami's fighting to hold on for one,
Well,
right?
they got on the run, and that's just what it is. It's just a game of runs. They're gonna fight.
Yeah,
They're gonna fight.
they're gonna fight. It's only third quarter too, so
It's gonna be special.
yeah, it's gonna be a good one tonight.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, and we up to watching it.
Yes.
So yeah, so what else do you have any kind of ending closing statements
Um.
or topic that you want to drop for this last 2-3 minutes or so?
Man, we pretty much covered it. I
We
mean,
covered it. We
how can
covered it.
how can we how can we follow that up with
Mhm.
anything else? I mean, that right there. I mean, you talk about we hit on the Miami game, Shannon Sharpe leaving, um, Jamie Foxx, and
So
we pretty much hit everything. I mean,
so when is game number 3?
game number 3. Let me let you know. If I had to take a guess, it would be Tuesday. Game number 3.
Sounds about right. Tuesday.
No, game 3 is gonna be Wednesday.
Look at that. Wednesday,
They're
game
gonna give
number 3.
Miami some time to rest,
Travel back. I think that's what
travel
it is. The
back.
travel day. They gave them a
Denver.
travel day.
Yeah, you think about it. You got Denver. They're in Denver, so they're gonna give them a chance to recover with their oxygen, because the whole Mile High, you know, having problems with your breathing is concerned. But
Oh, they
I
look
think
good right
that's
now.
all. It's all exaggeration. But they're gonna give Miami some time to rest, and that's a good layoff.
Mm.
About 3 days. So, but this game is definitely gonna go down the wire.
Yeah, they are hanging in the
Yes,
63-64 Denver.
they're about to tie it.
With Miami getting the ball, some kind of technical foul, something just happened
Yeah,
between
somehow.
Jokic. Yeah, I think Jokic did a clear path.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
that's
clear
what it
path
looked like,
foul.
a clear path, and stopped them. So, and I think they get the ball back after they make the free throw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. You
So
know
the game
they
tied up now. So
game's tied up, and yeah. I mean, you know you gotta expect this. Miami was gonna fight and crawl and everything like that, but when they went down, you gotta understand when they went down by one after leading by what 10, 11 points. That's all the energy right there, and boom, they made they run. So
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's just what it is right now. That's the see. So that's the whole thing behind that to be able to withstand a run but as a road team you want to start strong just so you could withstand these runs, and that's what they did. They withstand the run. They withstood the run.
Yep.
Denver not only overcame that 12-point, 10-point lead, but they went up 10. So Miami made they run.
Yep.
So they're gonna be in this game, and as a road team, that's what you want to do. You just want to just stay with it. You just want to stay close. So
Yeah,
in the
they're
end,
in
you can make that
they're
final run, that final push.
they're in striking distance. Sorry, guys, they're in striking distance. But I still think
Yes.
Denver could pull this game out though.
Yeah. I mean, they can pull it out, but they're gonna have to get with it.
Oh my
But
gosh,
yeah.
this kid missed two free throws. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's not good. That could hurt you. That could hurt you. Ooh,
Yeah. So
nice.
yeah.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, we hit everything, man. I can't wait to see where Shannon Sharpe ends up. Um,
That's a good. Yeah.
yeah, quickly to get back on that quickly. I lost some respect for Skip Bayless. I think that he owed Shannon Sharpe respect. I think what happened was in that particular episode, I think he tried to hurt Shannon Sharpe. You know,
He tried to hurt his
he tried to
feelings.
hurt Shannon Sharpe because Shannon Sharpe he threw the kitchen sink at Skip Bayless. I'm a Hall of Famer. I'm a Super Bowl champion. He said things to Skip Bayless that I don't think he should have said to him. He didn't need to tell him all of that. Those are things that Skip Bayless should have known.
Already know.
And for him to say that Tom Brady is better than him, I think he was reaching, and he
Yeah.
wanted to somehow get to Shannon Sharpe. He wanted to
Yeah.
hurt Shannon Sharpe,
Yeah. He wanted to like.
forgetting that Shannon Sharpe helped him. He helped you. He helped you bring that show to where it is
Mm-hmm.
today. He's your co-host
Yeah.
from day one.
Yeah.
You left
How long they been?
ESPN
7 years or
day
something like that.
one, yeah,
Yeah.
for as long as the show been on.
Yeah. 7 years.
And
So
they've been a great team. I mean, for you to throw all that away for your own little personal feelings, I think that was a low blow, man. That was, I think that you betrayed him. You know
yeah.
that's just something you don't do. I mean, you
You
gotta.
know what? Truthfully, that's probably how he felt, and that's why he made his mind up. Yo, let me pack this up and get out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Because this guy, he got it twisted.
What's and I wouldn't be surprised if from that show, from that particular, because I'm telling you, everybody's gonna point that show. You got to go back to it and watch that show. That show was a lot of emotions flying on that show, that particular episode, and I wouldn't be surprised from that show. He was already working on a buyout.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if from that show he was working on a buyout. And buyouts do take time, because it's back and forth, negotiating the money and everything like that. So it takes time. And it just so happens, it went through. And I wouldn't be surprised if he was working on that buyout because just the way he said that, when he said Tom Brady's better than you. I mean, like you felt those emotions, you felt that personal feeling, all in his feelings type of reaction. It all came out on that, and I think that hurt Shannon. That hurt him. That hurt
Hmm.
him. You know, I think it hurt him that what he thought, who he thought was his friend, would just, you know, insult him like that on TV. You know, that was an insult. You know, he didn't have to say that. You know, him and Brady, they're on different wavelengths. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, no, that's the different
yeah,
wavelength. You
that's
don't do
not
that.
somebody you compare him with. If you're gonna say somebody's better than him, say another tight end was better than him. You know, but you don't just say Brady.
Brady
Out
was
of
better than you. Come
Yeah,
on now.
you know, you don't say
He was
that,
far
man.
reaching. You know, he was trying to get under the skin.
He was, and he did because he's leaving,
Yeah,
and I feel
yeah,
happy
Shannon.
for Shannon Sharpe. Let's see what Skip Bayless does now. I mean, I'm sure he'll find somebody, but I don't think his show is gonna have the same flavor. You know, I think
Nah, I think what's
Shannon
gonna
Sharpe
happen.
brought a great element to that show. Those two, especially, oh man, especially during football season, those two they are really good. I mean, I was watching them more than I was watching First Take, you know, because think about it, you got guys that are very knowledgeable. Stephen A. Smith, he's not too knowledgeable of football. Stephen A. Smith is basketball.
Yeah, all day.
That's his thing. His thing is basketball, maybe a little bit of boxing, but football, he tries, but he's not he's not he's not that guy. And you
Miami's
know,
throwing up some haymakers to try to get this game, but they missing.
yeah, they miss him, but they're in the game. You want to stay a possession within
They
a
cl-
possession.
they closing out real good defensively on
Yeah.
them though. They
You want,
really are.
this is huge. I think Miami needs to pull this out if they're gonna have a chance. Here come Jokic. This is what you do, Jokic.
Yeah, Miami is really
Wow.
trying to run this.
But you see, like, if did you just see that play with Jokic?
Yeah.
Did you see just how much of a factor he is? Like, he's amazing, man, and how he found that guy under the basket like that. It just shows you, man, how huge he is as a player, man. I mean, I think we would have forced it. Somebody would have shot it, but he stood there to the last minute and found that guy, you know, on the baseline, man, to make that point, man. That was huge. That's a good timeout. Whoever called the timeout, that was a good timeout.
Hmm. So yeah, man,
Yes,
we up against it.
we up against it. Oh man,
We up against it, man.
today was a
Today
great
was
show, man.
a great show, long winded. So yeah,
Great
guys,
show,
I'm gonna
man.
give y'all that spiel before we call it a night. I'm sorry that we kind of I feel as though that we I'm trying to keep a little eye on the game right here at the same time. This is how it is when
I
you're
mean, they understand that.
no,
Listen, man.
I just want to
They
give
know
them the
how we are,
disclaimer.
man.
This is how it is when you give a
They
live,
do.
when you're doing a live podcast and you're trying to do a little bit of keep a little eye on the game as we go along, so we could give y'all a stat take on the scores and stuff and what's going on. Um, so yeah, since we are up against it, this is one of our longest shows ever. Since we started, 1 hour and 33 minutes so far. So I want to hit you guys with the disclaimer once again. This is Parlay with Us with
Parlay with
Mr.
us.
Beans and Stony Crook. We would like you guys to like and subscribe on YouTube. Uh,
Notifications. Don't
hit
forget. Turn on
yep,
those notifications.
hit the notifications so you can be able to watch this after the live. Um, and share to your friends and other social
Share this
platforms.
live.
Share the
Definitely.
live, share this live. Hit the thumbs up button, the likes. We need the likes. We need the thumbs up buttons. We need the friggin' what else? The subscribers. Give me the. We need them subscribers. Like I said, we trying to hit
Subscribers.
that hundreds. We trying to
Yes.
hit 100 subscribers for this month. We
Yes.
trying to hit
Yes.
100. We're we're on our way. We just need to, beef it up. So, whatever you guys out there, comments that you might have on YouTube, um, send your comments and tell us what you like, what you don't like. Tell us what you want us to talk about, or on our next podcast. What kind of stories you would like to hear about in sports, who you would like to hear about. We do have football coming up soon, and we're gonna have a lot of content for you guys on football, because it's one of our favorite sports, and it's great for betting and things like that. So it's Parlay with Us, guys. Mr. Beans, Stone
Stony
Cook.
Crook.
Yep. So yes, like and subscribe, guys. We out.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.